Hi, this is Anna. Welcome back to my channel. If you watch my previous video with this journal over here, I'll show you this tag that I want to make into tutorial, how I made this tag. This one right here. I already have 3 more tags made, but I can make some more. And to show you how I make how I made this one, it's very easy. So here is the tag. It's in this journal over here. I'm going to link this journal too, so you know what I'm talking about when you come to see this video. So for this project, what you will need is cardstock paper. Here's my paper. This one here I use a little darker, like it looks kind of a little like tan, light tan, and this one is more into beige, but that's the color I picked, and you can pick whatever you want. I'm actually thinking right now that I could use maybe blue, and I have blue right here somewhere. See, when you have stuff lying all over the house, it's very easy to grab. It's very handy. So I might actually use some of this one because I like color. So let's do this. So next you will need book pages. So I have old book pages here. Any book pages that you have, really. And then I'm using acrylics. So I have 3 colors here. And the reason I'm using only 3 colors is because I cannot find my paint box. It's somewhere under stuff. So that's for this. And then for the rest of the tag, we will need, so we'll be stitching it around. I'm not going to do this part because this is for Valentine's with the hearts, but you could definitely add more and embellish them some more. And then I'm also going to use crocodile and add some trim on top. So this is optional and you can add something else, but I will be also stamping it. So stamp and ink. And then something for the paint. And I'm using these sponges from Dollar Tree. And when you clean the sponges, the water that you get, I actually used it on some white paper. And these are going to be pages for my future journals. So I encourage you to use up that water as well. So let's get into it. So first what I'm going to do is, here are my die-cut negatives. So if you don't have die-cut negatives, then you can use stencils or something else, or paint or draw or something. I'm using my paper cutter, so some type of paper cutter you will also need. And then the size of the tags is really up to you. So I guess I was just cutting the paper to have 4 pieces, but let's see. So I would have 4 like that. So this is, I don't have a pencil, I have a pencil here. So this is 11 inches. So if I did 3, then I will get only 3 tags, and I want 4, so maybe 2.5. How big are these? This is 2, 7, 2 3/4, something like that. Well, but I can do 3, it's fine. So let's do 3, 6, and 9. And by, this is good length, this is 6.5, so I'm going to do 6.5. 6.5 by 3. So that's the dimensions that I have here. for my tags, but you can do whatever you want. And then the blue color also. So it was 6.5 by 3. So 3, 6, 9. And because this paper is 12 by 12, I'm going to get 4 even. Okay, that's it. I will not need my paper cutter anymore. So next thing is scissors and trim. That's always fun because they don't usually come the same. You can of course measure it, but I don't ever measure. So that looks pretty good. And then this side. It's pretty good. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I have that. So next thing, you will need the book pages, because next thing we'll be doing is gluing the book pages to the tag. So it's going to look really pretty on the blue one, I can see that. So however you tear it, it doesn't really matter. You can make shapes or cut it straight, tear it straight. It doesn't matter. Maybe I can use this one somewhere here. And I don't know if I want to do all these tags now. That will be 7 tags. So I will need more. I will need another book page. I think I saw it somewhere here. That will work. So this one, let's do this one. Okay. See, these colors are very similar, almost running together, but that's fine. So now I'm going to glue the book pages to the tags. I'm using this Scotch Create glue stick. I just got the whole box on Amazon. So, and I actually used this glue for the other tags and it worked pretty well. So that's a good glue for this project. Okay. Of course you can tear the edges more if you want to, and you know, every detail you add, it will make the tag to look a little different. You can fast forward if it's, you know, if it's boring, because it's the same thing. I'm just gluing the book pages to the tags. Such a quiet house when cats are asleep. I really like this glue actually. I might need to purchase some more. I have so much glue because I use different glue for different projects. But you know, some of the glue is just, I purchased some glue and I forget the name of it. It's aqua something. I can't use that glue. It just doesn't make the projects look good, and it's just not working for me. And I got the whole box. So now that we have that, we could punch the holes for the eyelets. I mean, we don't have to, but we could. Because these are actually the same size. So I could do it now or later after I use my sewing machine. So these are the tags, the new ones. And later on I'll be working with these, but I want to use the I just said cats are asleep. I'm just going to use the die cut negatives as stencils so you can see how you can use them. So I have 3 colors. For the flower is the red. And then here's for the leaves, green. And these are acrylic paints. And yellow for the center. So next thing is my die cuts. So first I'm going to do the leaves. This is still a little wet because I just cleaned it. And I am just applying it with the sponge. As you can see, pressing. So that's the leaves, the leaf part. And I might just do all of them at the same time. I can move the die cut around a little bit. So here's another one. Of course, you can add the die cut, stitch it to the tag. That would also look really pretty. So many ways you can use the the die cut negatives. This one is getting wet because I'm using wet sponge, but if you used a dry one, it's much easier. It wouldn't get wet and it wouldn't bend. So this one I could do like that. And ideally you could dry this, but I'm not going to use my dryer because it will be a lot of noise and I don't know how to speed up the video. So I'm just going to use it with the wet paint. But it's better to wait for the leaves to dry. Okay, so that's it for the green one. So you look how pretty this is. You can definitely use this for other projects. I'm going to put it somewhere. Okay, and then next thing is flowers, and as I mentioned, ideally you want to wait because this is still wet, but I'm not going to wait, and I'm just going to start working on the flowers. So this die cut, you get 3 different shapes. So I'm going to do this one here. So I'm working everywhere around the flower, not necessarily the center, because the center is going to be different color. So that's my center. And there it is. So this is pretty much we're right here. And see, I got a little paint over here, but that doesn't bother me because this is mixed media project, so it's fine. And here maybe I could do the little one. So here's another one. For this one I'm using this die cut, this shape. I wasn't planning on so many tags, but then I thought of that blue paper, so that added 4 extra tags. Oh, isn't this pretty? So pretty. How many more? 1, 2, 3. Where are my old ones? Here are the old ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's... I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the old ones. So I'm missing blue one. I mean, can you see it? I had 4, right? I had 4 blue ones. What did I do with it? I don't know. I can't see it. That is so weird. Oh well. So here's another of the big ones. So as you can see, it overlays a little bit with the leaf, but that's fine. Maybe if I watch the video one more time, I'll figure what I did with the blue one. I mean, if I watch the video at all. So that's the 3rd blue one. This is so weird. It's not here. That's just so bizarre. Oh, there it is. I found it. So here I'll use this one. I need more paint. So here's another one, and we have 2 more. So let's do this one. This also could be a great project for kids. You know, especially now when they have to stay at home. Really pretty. And the last one, I'm going to make maybe, I kind of like this shape, so I'm going to use this one again. It's another cat. Okay, so this is done. So I'm going to pour water to it, and then I'm going to use that water to make more of these pages for my journals. And this I could definitely use in a project somewhere. These die cuts. I'm going to put them away. So these are the tags that we just made together. And there's 7 of them, so they have to dry. So as I said before, I think it's a great project for kids, really for anybody. And you can definitely include them in your journals, and it's really something different, I think. So then I'm going to work with these because I'm going to stitch them around. And now I'm looking at this, I could probably cut this out and somehow use it as cover decoration for journal cover. So that is a thought too. So I'm going to punch the holes. These are different sizes, different widths, but I'm going to punch the holes for the eyelets. And I'm working with these because they're dry already, so I don't have to worry about the paint. And I do want to stamp them too, so I'm not going to be adding any extra things, but maybe just some stamps. And of course you can embellish them however you want to. So this one I'm going to do happy birthday. Right here. It's not necessarily very visible on the book page, but that's fine. And then here is another stamp. But this isn't going to be very visible. So because of that, because this has a lot of letters, so what I could do, I could use a piece of paper. Where do I have that? Give me just a second. So I just found coffee dyed paper. So I could always glue some coffee dyed paper on it. Stamp it first. Very pretty. Could actually use it instead of that one, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. So glue. Of course you can add fabric or something underneath it if you wanted to for some background. You could do that. Or use different color paper to make contrast. And of course you could ink these around before stitching them. Okay, and now I can stitch it. This is sticking out a little bit. And I love this sewing machine. I have other sewing machines too, but I just like this simple little thing, easy to use, and it doesn't take much space. Same issue again. I tried to fix this problem, but I think it's what it is. So here is one. Here I'm going to change it. Easy to grab, easy to set it aside. So here are my tags. Now I'm going to add eyelets. So you can see I purchased everything in bulk. absolutely everything. This is why I have no space for anything else. But that doesn't really mean anything, right? So this here, this goes at the bottom. I like to use those 2 pieces, not just one. I guess I have low glue on my fingers. There it is. So it's pretty on both sides. This part, kids would definitely need help with this part if you're going to add the eyelets. Okay, and here I have some trims, so I could do this and this. So it's just crinkled seam binding and eyelash trim. Can pull on those strings. So here's one tag. So you can see I left some of the threads hanging. You don't have to do that. Sometimes I'm using something, what is it called, to pull it through if I have issues with that. Of course, you could make these longer and then make a little bow here. Daisy. So that's the tags, and as I mentioned, I had one here. So it's pretty much the same thing, except that here I added the cheesecloth and couple hearts on the side, which you could do too, because you can embellish them some more and make them your way. But that's pretty much how I use the die-cut negatives with the paint book pages, and that's the finished product. So you can definitely journal on the other side. Really nice to add to a gift, handmade thing, you know, looks really pretty instead of just store-bought. So let me know what you think of this project. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.